turn up. You better be there when I shake. Watch me rockin' if I can't stop.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. If you're new to my channel, my name is Shanese. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button as well as join the notification gang and ring the bell so that way you don't miss whenever I upload a video. But today's video is going to be a little bit different and I'm so excited, mainly because I'm going to start a wedding planning series on my channel. So let's get into it. So the first thing you want to do whenever you're planning a wedding is get a planner. I ordered, oops, I'm about to break it already. Wait. Okay, there we go. So I ordered this planner on Erin Condren. I think it's Erin Condren. Yeah, so I'll put the link down below. I did pay about $80 for it, but it's definitely well worth it because it has like the dates and it has a little to-do list just to kind of help you out along the way, so that way you're not like doing way too much. So yeah, so that's definitely tip number one, is definitely pick out a planner. I picked one that kind of matches my color scheme a little bit, just so that way I can just feel good about myself. And it is custom. It says Shanese and Matt, and then it has our last name here, and then the back is the same as the front, but just not with our names listed here. So definitely get a planner. So the number one thing that you guys want to do whenever you're planning a wedding is to budget. Now, I'm not married, I'm still engaged, I'm newly engaged. I got engaged on October 23rd, but I kind of wanted to create this series just so that way it's a learning process for not only you guys but for myself, just in case you guys have feedback, because again, this is all new to me. So yeah, so the first thing that I did was I didn't create a budget. I was just like, I want this and I want this, and then reality hit and I was like, okay, so maybe I can't do that, and then I maybe can't do that. But see, with my personality, I'm like, listen, we're gonna have to make this work because I do want all of these things and I'm gonna have all of these things. I just have to figure out how. I just need to budget and figure it out. So from my experience, guys, definitely create a budget, see exactly how much you want to spend on your wedding, and make it realistic. You know, if you want to spend $20,000, I think like the average wedding nowadays costs up to about $40,000 to $50,000 if you want like a big wedding. For about 200 people, it can run you around that much depending on what you want. Now, if you want to keep it under $10,000 to $20,000, you can do that. That's a more like a smaller wedding, and honestly, even if you want a big wedding, you can still make that work. You know, it's really just up to you and what you want, and how you want your wedding to be. You know, if you want it to be more hands-on, more DIY, honestly, you can probably save a lot of money doing that. So creating a budget with your significant other and trying to figure out exactly how much you guys want to spend will be honestly the number one thing you want to do. Okay, so all right, let's go back to creating the budget. So when you're creating your budget, you want to really just, honestly, you want to break that thing down, from the venue to the food to the DJ to the decorations to the florals, all of these things. Honestly, guys, you really want to say, okay, tell yourself, I only want to spend this amount. I only want to spend $10,000 on a venue. I only want to spend $7,000 on a venue. I only want to spend $4,000 on flowers. And I know that sounds crazy, but real flowers are not cheap. If you want real flowers, you got to pay the coins for real flowers, you know, by all means. So there are certain things that you really want to break down. For your DJ, for your photographer, for your videographer, you really want to make sure that you are creating a budget for each and every category, and I promise you guys it will help. So far it has helped me a little bit. It's like, no, I'm kidding, but no, it really did. It's helped me a lot. I think one thing, or the biggest thing that from experience so far, is take your time and not move as fast. I feel like I was just like boom, boom, venue, boom, DJ, boom. Like all of these things, I was moving so fast. I don't have a DJ yet, I'm just saying. But take your time. Don't move too fast, but don't move too slow either, because depending on what year, because right now we're in 2019. So if you go visit a venue, make sure that you are, you know, that you have that down payment in your pocket. So that way when you go see a venue, you can say, it's really like a sales tactic. You want to say, look, I have cash on me right now. If I put this amount down, am I able to save that date? You have to negotiate with these people, because at the end of the day, the wedding planning industry, it's literally kind of a ripoff. And I'm not even gonna lie, like, it's literally overly charged. And you want to be the biggest salesperson there is when it comes to wedding planning, period, because you don't want people to beat you out of your money. And that's just something to think about. So picking out your venue is definitely hard, because you want to think about your theme, you know, what colors you want, what kind of atmosphere you want, if you want rustic, if you want garden, if you want, you know, there's so many different themes that you can go to. I highly recommend going to Pinterest and looking at wedding themes. You can type it in and figure out exactly what you want, because your mind will race and you will be indecisive and probably change your mind about 1,000 times. So yeah. The biggest thing is saving your date and picking out your venue. So once you pick out your venue, you pay your deposit, you save your date, and then you can focus on, you know, setting money aside to pay off your venue. So that's really depends on how your finances are. If you're able to do that, if you are, that's wonderful. If you're not, then most likely you can set up a payment plan. Honestly, a lot of anything that has to do with a wedding, like your DJ, your florals, your photographer, videographer, etc., usually they give you a month before your wedding to pay it off. So for me, I'm not getting married until 2020 in April. So I have until March of 2020 to pay off everything for my wedding. So that's something to be mindful of. The next thing you want to do, guys, is try to figure out, once you have your venue, the biggest thing next is to figure out your food and services. If you want a buffet style, which can be a lot cheaper if you wanted to do, like, you know, serve per plate. And let me tell you guys, you are not going to invite every person, everybody, their moms, their dads, their cousins, their uncles. You're not going to invite everybody to your wedding. And the reason why is because if you're doing per plate, you're going to be spending about at least anywhere between $75 to $100 per plate. Now that depends on if you're serving alcohol, things of that sort, because sometimes that's included into the package. And we can kind of break this down in other videos, guys, but I kind of just want to give a summary in the first video. But you're not going to invite everybody to your wedding, and people are just going to be mad unless they're going to give you money to pay for their plate, and it's just that simple. But yeah, so that's the next thing you want to do, is try to find out if you want to do what food you want to do, period. And then also try to pick a venue that has everything included, like your cake, your food, the venue, so that way you're not cutting yourself too short. But you also want to be careful, because sometimes they overcharge you. So if your venue does offer those things, just make sure you kind of still call around to see, you know, which option is better for you. Also be careful. I was about to pay my entire venue off, and I'm glad that I didn't, because if you want to change anything, you know, in the process, you don't have to worry about getting your money back. So it's good to just pay half, even if you have the full amount. Okay guys, so another important tip is to document everything. So you want to save papers, you want to save anything with a signature. Actually, if you're talking about money, there's no reason why you don't have a document in your hand, on a folder that keeps track of all your receipts, because that's going to be the golden ticket if they try to change a price on you, if they try to change anything. My venue, when I first went to my venue, guys, they gave me one price, and then when I went back to actually pay, they gave me another price, and I was like, that's not what you said. That is not what you said. This paper right here, this document said that it was XYZ amount. So what happened? So because if they give you something, if they give you a document with the amount of money that you were supposed to pay originally, and then try to change it, they cannot do that. If they already gave you a document stating that the amount was already a certain amount. Period. Like, you can argue that, you can fight that, and honestly, if they don't honor it, you don't want to work with them anyway, because they're snakes and they're crooked. So just saying. The next thing you want to do before you do anything else is hire either a wedding planner or a wedding coordinator. And yes, if you're going to ask me down below, do I really need a wedding coordinator? I'm going to say yes. Okay, even if you're having a wedding of 50 people, even if you're having a wedding of, I don't even know, 25 people, you still need a wedding coordinator to help you on your day, so that way you're not the ones setting up the decorations. You're not the one trying to figure out why Joseph is not in line back of Samantha because they're supposed to be walking down with each other and they're not. So you don't want to be in charge of that on your special day. You just want to be relaxed and you want to be calm and you just really want to enjoy everyone's time, as well as appreciate and timestamp every moment, because I mean, you spend all this money on a day. You don't want it to go fast. And you darn sure don't want it to be annoying and stressful, right? So those are the things you want to think about. If you're doing, like, if you're going to the courthouse and things of that sort, honestly, that's probably the best way to save a lot of money. But going back to, you know, needing a wedding planner or a wedding coordinator, because this is just going to help you. Honestly, it's going to help you a lot. I did hire a wedding planner, not a planner, but a wedding day coordinator. I practically planned my own wedding. So I hope this little snippet of the video, because I don't want to make this video too long, I want to kind of break this down and create a video specifically on certain topics, guys, so that way we can create a series. But if you have any questions down below, like I said, I just got engaged October 23rd of 2018. My wedding video will be down below. I mean, our engagement video will be down below. I feel like it's just a lot, from the dress to everything. So join this journey with me, guys. Thank you so much. We are almost at 13,000 subscribers, which is freaking nuts. Like, that's crazy. You guys are such a blessing to me, and I just want to say that I truly appreciate your feedback, and I truly appreciate you just even clicking on my videos. But until next time, you know what I always say. You know what I always say.
You better be there when I shake.
Bye, guys.
Watch me rocking if I can't stop. If I should fall, just go ahead. Go and catch me, baby.